for this, ready to lock in for SSG. I'm merched up. I'm ready to represent. Rad have had a pretty rough time of it right now, but should never be a team that should be underestimated. To answer your question quickly, Jason Lou, sorry, I've only just saw it. I just keep forgetting to check YouTube chats in a different place. But for OWCS China, it's starting in March sometime. We don't really know any more details on that, but in March, we will get OWCS China. And they'll do like an open qualifier and a regular season and their qualification for LAN and all of that. Let me get this uploaded. Let me get rid of my plate as well. And what am I doing? Vidacy versus Shikigami. That's for Preds up. Oh, is it uploading? Come on, upload, mate. There we go. Will you cover China too? Yeah, depends a little bit on like dates and times and all of this. And I have a couple of plans in March as well. I need to go like suit shopping and stuff. So maybe there's like one weekend I can't do. But the intention is yes. Give or take scheduling, yes, I will do it. All right, be right back.
For his performance each and every single game day when he shows up. You know, he will deliver. Bob joining us for a quick chat. Congrats on the dub, a very convincing victory. So, to be honest, not too much to break down about the game. So let's talk about you. We talked about it heading into this game. You are one of the players who's been invited for the FPL. How are you planning on splitting the time there between, you know, your commitments to your full-time team and then also focusing on FPL? Do you see any issues there, or is it just extra practice, extra scrim time, just solo?
Just sounds like extra practice. Pretty excited for FPL coming into Overwatch. I think it'll be really good for the scene. Yeah, I think it'll be fine for my time.
Well, I just want to ask about, you know, this match. I feel like there were so many moments where, you know, on the first map, it felt like you guys were just like pulling the trigger so quick, like just running at the other team, playing with so much confidence. And then on the next two maps, like even fights where, you know, maybe a player drops somewhere, it really feels like you guys are playing with full confidence, even if maybe you are down numbers. Was like the emotional sentiment going into this match? Did you guys feel like this was going to be like such an easy win for you guys, or were you surprised that it was this dominant?
Nah, we knew we were going to 3-0 them. Pretty confident with how it comes to our scrims. We've been doing pretty decent in scrims. Not so much this week, but you know, it happens. But you know, when we scrim like these top teams, we do pretty well versus them. So when we play versus like the lower tier teams, we shouldn't have an issue 3-0ing them.
Yeah, I feel like you've established yourself as the 5th best team here in North America now. Looking forward to the regional playoffs.
Damn, Johnny, you just gonna do it like that live on the show?
What do you mean? I mean, there's.
I got four players. I got 4 players that just started competing like 2 days ago. Come on. Give them a break. Let them you know, grow a little.
Hype you up, like looking forward, man. Like, you know, I was.
Okay.
Chances. You already said you're feeling confident against those teams, so you know, you know, what are some of the teams you're looking to take down here? Like, you know, who is in the crosshairs for you guys right now?
Well, we already beat Rad. Everyone's saying like Rad's like the dark horses of the scene or something, and then we just 3-0'd them. So I'm not too sure what that's about. But like, I'm thinking like. Honestly, like SSG and Nightmare are really hard games for us, and we probably think, at least in my opinion, I think they're the top 2 teams in the region right now. So, I mean, I think we could beat Timeless, and we could beat Team Liquid, who's our next opponents next week. But it'll be pretty hard, you know. Like a lot of the stage is just letting the newer players that we have on this roster to get more used to these environments, you know, like these high pressure situations where we're playing against good teams, and I think it's going so far so well, in my opinion.
See, I believe in you guys. I believe you can do it. And you just came out.
Yeah, Johnny,
like
walk it back.
I was so
just lies.
Dominant.
I don't believe a word coming out of his mouth. Well, Wob, I can confidently say, though, I am very excited to see what you guys have in store for us next week, because perks are in the mix as well, right? So going up against Team Liquid and Timeless, that can change a lot. I'm very excited for now, though. We're going to let you go. Thank you so much for joining us, and best of luck next week.
Thank you. Bye-bye, guys. I don't know about you, Ryan, though.
Bye, Wob.
Ready to lock in for SSG. Ready to lock in, I reckon. Oh, are we getting top plays? Oh. What are we at? What's this, free? X, you need to see the WUB interview? Okay.
Well, I just want
Also, game day when he shows up, you know.
Oh, that was a start.
Quick chat. Congrats on the dub, a very convincing victory. So, to be honest, not too much to
clean
break down
bedroom.
about the game. So let's talk about you. We talked about it heading into this game. You are one of the players who's been invited for the FPL. How are you planning on splitting the time there between, you know, your commitments to your full-time team and then also focusing on FPL? Do you see any issues there, or is it just extra practice, extra scrim time, just solo?
Just sounds like extra practice. Pretty excited for FPL coming into Overwatch. I think it'll be really, really good for the scene. Yeah, I think it'll be fine for my
What's
time.
your team on FPL? You gotta have Salah,
you know,
mate.
this match, I feel like there were so many moments where, you know, on the first map, it felt like you guys were just like pulling the trigger so quick, like just running at the other team, playing with so much confidence. And then on the next two maps, like even fights where, you know, maybe a player drops somewhere, it really feels like you guys are playing with full confidence, even if maybe you are down numbers. Was like the emotional sentiment going into this match? Did you guys feel like this was going to be like such an easy win for you guys, or were you surprised that it was this dominant?
Nah, we knew we were gonna 3-0 them. Pretty confident with how it comes to our scrims. We've been doing pretty decent in scrims. Not so much this week, but you know, it happens. But you know, when we scrim like these top teams,
Been doing decent in
we
scrims,
do
except
pretty
for when we
well
haven't been doing
versus them.
decent in
So when we
scrims.
play versus like the lower tier teams, we shouldn't have an issue 3-0ing them.
Yeah, I feel like you've established yourself as the 5th best team here in North America now. Looking forward to
Okay.
the regional playoffs.
You're just going to do it like that live on the show?
What do you mean? I mean, there's.
I got four players. I got 4 players that just started competing like 2 days ago. Come on, give them a break. Let them you know, grow a little.
You up, like looking forward, man. Like, you know, I want to
Okay.
chances. You already said you're feeling confident against those teams. So, you know, what are some of the teams you're looking to take down here? Like, you know, who is in the crosshairs for you guys right now?
Well, we already beat Rad. Everyone's saying like Rad's like the dark horses of the scene or something, and then we just 3-0'd them. So I'm not too sure what that's about. But like, I'm thinking, like, honestly, like SSG and Nightmare are really hard games for us, and we probably think, at least in my opinion, I think they're the top 2 teams in the region right now. So
Liquid
I
missing
mean, I
from
think
that
we could beat
personally.
Timeless, and we could beat Team Liquid, who's our next opponents next week. But it'll be pretty hard. You know, like a lot of this stage is just letting the newer players that we have on this roster to get more used to these environments. You know, like these high pressure situations where we're playing against good teams, and I think it's going so far so well, in my opinion.
See, I believe in you guys. I believe you can do it. And you just came out.
Yeah, Johnny,
like
walk it back.
I was so
Yeah,
excited.
just lies.
I don't believe a word coming out of his mouth. Well, what I can confidently say, though, I am very excited to see what you guys have in store for us next week, because perks are in the mix as well, right? So going up against Team Liquid and Timeless, that can change a lot. I'm very excited for now, though. We're going to let you go. Thank you so much for
Perks? Well, game, we're waiting for it. Ready to lock in for Spacestation Gaming against Rad. Do you want the preview on the bands? Let me see. Let me scroll. Sneak peek. It's going to be Lijiang Tower. And it's going to be... Hunter has asked for the chosen one to be in the starting roster. It's going to be a Farah ban on Lijiang from SSG and an Orisa ban in response here. They're going to try and get away with sick. Wait, why if they ban Orisa? What do Rad want to do with the Orisa ban? So the Pharah ban, Pharah's a really annoying hero to deal with on Lee Chang. Very good on that map. The Orisa ban, though. Because what are they worried Kellen will play? They're worried Kellen might play Bull. He might... I mean, I guess he could play Orisa, but Kellen also plays Ramatra. Maybe they want Kellen to play Ramatra? Ramatra or Malga, maybe? Kellen's been quite happy to play a little bit, what's the word? A little bit, like just counter-swappy and all of this. Unless they want to play the Malga themselves. Maybe they want to play the Malga themselves. And they think Kellen will go Orisa in response to it. That'll be it, actually, won't it? Yeah. They want to play Malga here. Rad. And they don't want them to be able to swap Orisa. So I guess maybe they force Kellen to... Kellen might just mirror the Malga in this situation. They're scared of Hawk. Ah. What's the predictions? 92% SSG. Unbiased streamer. Unbiased streamer. But SSG, yeah, SSG. I mean, after Rad sort of struggles, you want Unter to play Zen. Can he do that? I mean, he has the hero unlocked. He has the hero unlocked. Ooh. Ooh. Can we put the Preds under the SSG logo? Oh, as in... I see what you mean. Let me do... that. And then it should be. It should be there now. Wait, Anthony scored an assist today? Maybe Man U was for a problem? Wait, did Man U win, guys? I haven't checked the result. Should I check the result? Am I going to be pleasantly surprised? I might be pleasantly surprised, right? Don't check. Don't check, because I'm going to get the good news later, right? Save myself a nice little happy surprise afterwards, right? United won 4-1. I'll check. I'm going to check the score. Excited to see our 4-1 victory. Mainu scored 4, even though he was injured. Ah. Ah. Wait, ah. Oh. Oh. Ah. Got my hopes up for a second. Ah. Should have been a draw. I mean, what we got? XG looks... well, at least has a scoring. Not great. Not great. Not great. Alright, that's enough football. That's enough football. Wait. Ganacho, Mr. Sitter. Sevilla beat Valladolid, yeah. When will we football co-stream? I always feel like the football co-streams are so scuffed, right? Because you have to do like that old Overwatch League thing where you have to just like sync for timer. Like, what's his name? Why can't I remember his name? You guys know who I mean. The Man United co-streamer who's just like, Mark Goldbridge, thank you. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of, yeah. that wasn't the best description in the world, but everyone... he's famous enough, everyone knew what I meant. You went to school with his daughter? Ah. The Rad fans here. Zeb on support? Wait. Really love fake. Let me check. Oh, no, it's fake. It's fake. No. No, the bands in the match, or the rosters in the match channel have Z in, as you would expect. False information. But luckily for you, I'm always going to be bringing you the cold, hard facts. Never spread misinformation on this stream, so that's good. Where's LeBron? Well, they subbed in the Chosen One instead. Who has Rad won/lost to? I think they've lost to all the good teams, right? They lost 3-0 to Timeless, 3-0 to Avidity as well, which was maybe the most surprising one. And, who was it they beat? Was it just like a Shikigami they beat maybe on week 1? Where am I going? This tab. I think it was week 1 Shikigami. Yeah, week 1, 3-0 versus Shikigami, but then they lost. Have they actually failed to pick up a map since? Yeah, they failed to pick up a map since. Against Team Liquid and, Team Liquid, Timeless, and Avidity. If anyone watched that Timeless versus Avidity versus Rad game though yesterday, actually unbelievable they don't at least get a map there. Iconwold, unlosable, Route 66. So unlucky not to win that Route 66. Ooh. Alright. SSG. Okay, so Orisa banned, forcing... I would have thought they would have got Malga here, honestly, Rad. Maybe they just want the Ram Mirror. Maybe they're just happy enough with that. You know, there's always a lot of tank counter-swapping going on in a lot of these situations, but I feel actually... there's lots of situations where if you think you have the advantage of a mirror, just take it. Chronic kills CJ immediately. Oh, shit. Chronic thinks it's Route 66 first point, an immediate head right now, and Seeker is in big trouble, and this all just sort of falls apart for them very quickly off CJ dying. I mean, it normally does when you lose your main source of healing. And alright, a bit of a nothing burger main fight as Chronic's just going to take an immediate scalp. Retake now for SSG. A difficult retake here, Garden. Both chokes very far apart, both very narrow, both very dangerous crosses. No swaps from SSG. Well, other than the no tank swap, I guess, more specifically. They do get Seeker off the Torb onto the Sojin. Will be forced to slow backwards, takes that, and it's very aggressive push here from Let. They are swinging so hard on this, but Painkiller's taken so much damage. Seeker gets pocketed through it, well, nearly through it all, enough to trade it, and they're going to kill everyone there. And Rad, I don't know if I can agree with this. I mean, I'm happy because I want SSG to win, but they just all in around the corner there. The retake is so difficult on this map, and they just go straight all in on Seeker. I mean, I don't mind them taking the cooldown trade aggressively, but it was really like a one-way all-in trip. CJ is behind on raid charge, partly due to, well, mostly due to dying so quickly in that very first fight. So they nearly have the beat, though, at least. Bliss now for now, though, just marking the flank here with Sugar Free. Keeping it contained. Z nearly has this Ravo. Bliss will have to use the beat to respond with, most likely. Pressure onto Kellen right now. Ray comes through. Need to use the form in response. And there it is. Protects CJ in the back as well. CJ's getting very close to this next raid. Chronic has dropped the overclock. Wants to keep going. Deep Annihilation to keep going. And the ult advantage is just overwhelming. Look at that. All die on high 90% ult charge SSG. And just the nature of that quick first fight means they have no ult to respond with. But it was expensive from Rad. We are talking about a 3-for-1 trade right now. Be unbiased. I always am. Always am. So 3-for-1 ult trade. Beat Blade available right now. So it's not the worst situation in the world for Rad, though, because Beat Blade, if you use it aggressively, you hope King can connect and trade some kills through that Ray. Quite possible. Need to be aggressive with it, though. Beat comes in. Blade over the top. Caught in the slow right now, but King takes down CJ out of that Ray. Counter Blade from Sugar Free. Trying to find Chronic. Has locked up Chronic. 1 kill and done. Annihilation on the point now from Kellen. He is just beating everyone up. They've traded a lot of players right now. Annihilation does some decent work, but King trades sugar-free. Kellen is on point. He has a form. Slow at the choke. King has pocket. Can deny the flip right now. Oh, he has a little bit of pocket. Pocket's actually, yeah, doesn't fancy the contest there. Too low on HP. Plays his life instead for a quick recontest. But now Seeker with the overclock. Shield up right now. Deflex as well. Trying to get the hat. There we go. Body shot helps set up Kellen for the finish there. Slide back onto Painkiller. He'll get taken down as well. SSG will remain in control. And we'll go back to pretty much a full neutral for this next fight. All ults have been spent over the last 2. And now... Alright, Annihilation advantage for Painkiller, but he doesn't have it quite yet. One more chance at this retake. Split push again, trying to force point from this Lucio Genji flank here, Rad Esports. They have a Ray advantage as well. It's actually a very tricky situation for SSG because they have just about enough time, Rad, to get these ults. It's going to be a super aggressive swing in. They're really going for it. They know they need a play. But they do get a trade, 1-for-1 trade, and Kellen is in the spawn, killing Z. Z is so close, can't find the finishing blow. Kellen is now deep behind enemy lines, finds in the supports in spawn, nearly has another form in 1. There's a Chronic is here as well. Painkiller has Annihilation on point. What's the plan, Kellen? We are deep behind enemy lines. Private Ryan might need saving out of this one. Annihilation on point. Kellen is trying to come back. They don't quite have any ults yet. Blister is 86%. They're close to ults right now. But Kellen is deep behind. What's the exit strategy here, Kellen? Can't afford to die too late either. Trying to make sure he denies the Mega here, Painkiller. And Kellen will die. Coming up to a wave of ultimates right now. But they have to touch maybe a little bit before Kellen's quite there. 4 ultimates coming up for SSG if they can get to this combo, though. Rad close to 4 as well. Sugar-free gets the first touch. Forces the overtime. Has to deflex as well. Forced all the way out. Chased down by King. Overclock on point now from Chronic. Very difficult situation. They need the Annihilation to get going. They've lost 2 already. The Annihilation. Not in time. They'll see 9. Oh, just couldn't quite get into the ults. Should have died quicker, Kellen. Should have just jumped off the edge. That's the problem with being a felon on the lam, hey? You'll get caught eventually. And if you've got to serve like a 10-year sentence, if you spend like a year avoiding it, by the time you get caught, you still have 10 years left. Come on. Locking in for this one, surely, though. Over to Control Center now. Looks very much like we're going to keep a Ram Mirror CJ on the Juno still. TP out of spawn from both teams. Chronicle swap onto the Sombra afterwards, which is a bit of an interesting choice. Don't know how effective a Sombra will be in these situations. Lep is immediately dead. How on earth has Kellen achieved that? King will now be forced to disengage almost immediately. Kellen is awfully low and does get traded, but the damage might already be done. Player advantage for SSG, and they have all the space as well. But Rad Esports might be pretty keen to get themselves back onto this one as soon as possible. Points only just on lock-in. Painkiller will get there back in time. Bliss in the corner. Bliss is in trouble. Gets caught by the slow. And oh, that's a little bit too easy there for for Rad. Oh, it's not looking great for SSG actually, is it? Oh, gritted teeth. Gritted teeth. Another very quick first fight, just decided by picks more than anything. Oh, thanks, Seeker. Nice free pick onto that one. Painkiller's going to double down aggressively here. They're all just doubling down for trades right now. They're trying to win quickly without their main source of healing. Painkiller gets 1, but it will be a free retake. And okay. Very uneventful fight so far in his control center. And as we get the reset, no ults online just yet. Painkiller and Z getting close to their respective ults. CJ should have the Ray in time. Ray might just be overpowering, even with the Annihilation, even with the Kitsune Rush. Side fight happening between both Lucio Genjis right now. Just trying to mirror their positions, help SSG keep control of the map. CJ poking from main. Force back for now. Kitsune Rush up slightly earlier for Z. A chance to push with it. They're going to go. Suzu has to be used immediately, though. They're going to try and disengage SSG. Turn with Ray when they get it, but they still need 11% right now. Chronic is disconnected. AFK. Pause. There we go. Is Chronic gonna... Wait, Blissy's gonna kill him, right? Blissy's killing him. This is why Chronic's so low. Good on you, Bliss. Any advantage you can get. 100% Bliss is killing him. They are taking this free pick and they are repushing with Ray. Korean's not playing fair. No mercy. This is why they're the best. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how the disengage... I should make sure I'm back up live. To be fair, I think they probably disengage anyway, right? Like, the deflect's still going. I think they're okay for the... Out of a server here, so I mean, Rad might just maybe try and get the flip and run, flip and disengage, pick up Chronic from spawn. This means they get it without using Ravo here. CJ's going to Ray now, thinks they're close enough to catch. Chronic is back in the fight soon. Seeker's looking for this damage, just trying to burn through it. Annihilation used defensively here from Painkiller just to survive. Kellen uses his as well. Stabilizes a bit. Seeker's popping this overclock, looking for this Lucio on the side. Lep's giving him a slip, but Sugar Free's there to finish the job. And the overclock gets him through in the end. Now we're going to have a Beat Blade versus Beat Blade situation. Why is Jake always looking majestic? Skincare routine. Top skincare routine. That's the difference maker. Alright. Retake now. Beat Blade into Beat Blade. King's actually still a few % short as they walk up here. Blade from Sugar Free comes out. Beat from Lep. Doesn't catch Painkiller. Bliss is now going to beat back later. King is... They actually catch Lep and King doesn't blade at all into this. They were trying to disengage that one. Rad trying to play a smarter ult fight situation. Trade one ult for two ults, then come back with the next one. But the late kill. They have to go for it now. Boot back from Bliss is good. And King is left slashing at nothing but air. Now Sugar Free comes to punish him. And SSG swing right back in with a little bit of a helping hand from Chronic TC.
Score 1-1.
Yeah, a couple of big picks there from Seeker. Really got him out of situations where otherwise it would have been a difficult, much longer retake, etc. So tied up by SSG. 1-1 right now. And we just get more of the same. I mean, we're tied up once. Both teams have won a round on this, so teams probably feel happy to play in this mirror. Expect we're going to see a fighting Garden. Both teams fighting over that Mega Control with their Lucio Genji pair. Kellen's got the arm... sorry, Painkiller has the arms out. Alright, early disruptor shots. Slightly more value for Chronics and all of that, I think. Oh, sorry, for Seekers. Kind of the wrong way around. Painkiller's actually rolled out this Mega Side to try and get in that space, but he gets it for free because SSG have no interest in that. They're going straight towards the back of point. They want to press on that objective as soon as it unlocks in 5 seconds. This is going to force Painkiller's hands. Lucio Genji's again battling out on that side fight. Slow is going to be thrown to try and interrupt that, but doesn't catch anyone. Painkiller's going to walk onto point right now. Later shield from Kellen. Both trying to force the other's form timing. Seeker's looking for it. Disruptor shot out as Painkiller makes an aggressive move. Seeker's getting pocketed through all of this, though, and Painkiller has taken a lot of damage during all of this. Now Kellen can start pushing back. They've lost Seeker for it, though. Another shield up, and Painkiller has stabilized behind his shield. Player advantage for Rad Esports. Another swing, another form timing. Kellen looking for something juicier. Forces for Juno out. Can't get anything else. Dash back onto him as well. Bliss has come to help, but Bliss is in a spot of bother. They've lost Sugar Free during all of this as well. They don't find anything. Kellen's just going to leave. Noticing right now the Korean players live and the Western players die. Indicative. Alright, retake situation now. Slightly quicker rate again for Z. It's a little bit weird, actually. I feel like normally, actually, CJ's good for these slightly quicker rays. Slow onto this Lucio Genji side fight makes a massive difference for Radfair, and Sugar Free is on the run trying to live. Meanwhile, Painkiller keeping them contained. Sugar Free and Bliss try and punch back now, and Sugar Free wins that duel. Sugar Free getting the best of both sides there. Even when caught in the slow, him and Bliss find a way to survive. And Benny gets the better of King, and they'll start forcing point. This drags Rad Esports back. They have that raid ready to go. They're going to drop the raid right now. CJ doesn't have it quite yet. Lepid's trying to hunt down Sugar Free. Does hunt down Sugar Free. Only one kill they find. Now the raid from CJ, but Annihilation in it as well. No escape for CJ. I think no for healings. No, not enough in the end. Bliss is going to beat back. They're trying to win it. Pushing all the way through. Kellen's going to kill Painkiller. They stabilize on point right there. Big ult trade ends up going their way. Just need to be careful. Seeker might get traded on the coast here. King back in the fight. Bliss needs to be careful. Just play together. Just play together. There we go. They get the cleanup. They get the retake. Cost them most of their ults. Lep will be the last one to die on point. SSG in control of a point. DPS ults in hand, but Rad Esports is mirrored situation here. Keep boosting Kellen, guys. It's the only way to get SSG over the line. Alright, volatile fight right now because no support ults to protect from these DPS ults. Trying to come through the low ground again. Seeker overclock in hand. Disruptor shot on the left. They're trying to bust open the flank right now, but Kellen is there to meet it. Slow onto Seeker. He dashes back, gets away from King. King is low. He dies. Sugar Free's blade, meanwhile, into the back. No chance for King to use that blade. A few times now where King has just been a bit reluctant to invest the blade in these fights. Obviously, it means they have blade advantage from this retake here. But not straightforward always. You see Seeker holding a very aggressive angle on the left right now. King will dash through, trying to clear out this space. Kellen's been forced back half HP. They're just rotating to point now, but they lose Z on the way through. Very greedy to just try and walk past her right now. King's going to try and clutch with his blade. 2 bars of HP already. Gets 1. Takes the mini. Can't find anything else. Lep's actually killed 2. Both DPS full. CJ's trying to deal with the DPS himself now. King is low, but he runs straight into Lep. Kellen's going to kill both these DPS, and Kellen, the cleanup king. Not all with K's, guys. No, it's not a game of the hope situation. The cleanup king, but there's C's in there. Now Kellen will stabilize for his team. One last chance for Rad Esports. CJ getting very close in that Ray. Early form out from Kellen just to keep them on the back foot right now. He has the Annihilation. He might just keep going. Might just be a Kellen takeover situation. Slow out onto the back. Oh, they will get back into spawn. They have got the touch as well. King will die for it, though. They need someone else to get the touch. Can anyone make it? I don't think so. They're all busy dealing with Kellen in spawn still. Kellen's spending a significant amount of his Lijiang Tower in the spawn room of Rad Esports at various times. And SSG stay on top. Classic Chris Theory. Not quite perfect, but you know. I mean, all this talk about Zug's Wang theory, Kellen is trying to do another chess theory where you, what's the term for it? Where you get your pawn to the other end of the board and you can swap it for one of your pieces that has been taken. That's what Kellen's trying to do. He thinks if he gets to the enemy spawn, he can promotion. Yeah, he'll promote himself. Get himself some perks. Good vote from Kellen. Looking good on the ram, actually. Lots of important annihilation turns. Difference maker there, I think, honestly. Should we get some should we get some numbers on the go? I can probably close that now. All right, numbers. Let's see it, Kellen. 28 and 4 seems good to me. Painkiller 24 and 9. Damage gap about 1.5k. Maybe a bit closer to 2k actually in favor of Kellen. Everything else looking relatively similar for the most part. Sugar free, maybe 1 and a bit k. 11 deaths for King. 10 for Seeker though. Bit swings and roundabouts. But certainly seems like Sugar free had the edge there. Number wise, Chronic only had 5k damage, but I think that's for DC actually, probably more than anything, right? Yeah, because he has like half as many deaths as any one of these teams. So Chronic's number's not actually correct from this. When our perks next week, they come out on Tuesday and they'll be in OWCS immediately. Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be a chaotic week. It's gonna be interesting. All right, Rad's pick. What's the direction here? What do Rad want? Do they want to take it to a Sigma map, maybe? Hit Havana? Maybe hit Havana, because SSG have struggled on this map before. Maybe go to Havana. You want to protect Sigma, maybe? Go to Havana, ban... Did he ban Ball or ban Winston? Maybe ban Winston? Havana, ban Winston? Yeah, maybe that's for play. And then SSG's response to that would maybe be to ban Zen or something. I guess they wouldn't really run... Maybe they wouldn't run that type of backline anyway. Is Winston good on Havana? It's good into the Sigma, I think. You know, the first point's really hard for Winston, but after that, I don't think it's too bad. They could ban Tor, play Hazard. Oh, they got Esperanza, actually, so it's probably more likely that, right? The problem with the ban Tor, play Hazard is it never actually works, right? It never actually works because... Oh, we've not got... I wish we had the previous bans on screen more often. Because the problem with ban Tor, play Hazard is the other team will just ban Hazard. So you don't... It's unfortunately you don't get Zug Zwang. Because that's kind of what happened on map 1, where it actually felt like the second ban ended up being more impactful to the matchup than the first one. Oh, if they ban Winston. Oh, I see what you mean. If they ban Winston, yeah. Maybe. The problem is I think it's hard for it. So it's going to be a Ball ban actually here instead. SSG are going to ban it and then presumably go Hazard. Rad probably don't hate this actually, right? They're just going to get a Hazard mirror potentially. You have said for what? Yeah. Any Preds? Oh, I can do it if they're not up. Start prediction. Map. Number 2. There you go. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, we might have to be quick if you want the Preds. Get your money on the line. No full cap? No. Nah, come on. But why KK? I thought you needed to see some new products. Did you not get good products? Rad won a round? Yeah, like it was a relatively even first map, all things taken into account. And it looks like we will be getting that Hazard mirror as expected. All right, 91% for SSG, what I like to see. Okay. All right, off to the races. Esperanza, Hazard, mirror here. This is where Rad Esports were. This is where I think a lot of the hype for Rad Esports really came in, honestly. People thinking they would have a lot of success on these type of compositions. Well, not thinking they would, but experienced of them having a lot of success in these competitions. Painkiller really highly rated, I think, from the word on the street in terms of hazard. For now, though, it'll be a slow, somewhat pokey fight. And, oh my god, Chronic's done it again! And then Painkiller just one-shot Seeker. Oh. I mean, well played by Rad. Alright, yeah, just a nothing burger of a first fight again. Opening pick from Chronic. Oh, let me set up this one. The weekend is catching up with me, you know? I can do it, though. One more series. One they actually pay me for as well. Okay. Kenny going to try and retake the high ground. Hop towards Chronic. Pressure onto him. Wall catches it as well. TP is forced. A lot of cooldowns forced. They've disengaged to the Mega. Looking for another kill on this one. Kenny going for it, but no. Chronic will get the punish. They've lost Lep in the front line during this as well. But once they regroup with their hazard here, Rad, they should be in a decent position. Need to pocket up Painkiller right now, but as soon as Painkiller is healthy, he can start pressuring these players out of position. Sugar Free forced back already. Bliss is going to have to deep peek, and they are going to have to wait for Kellen. Blissy's gone a separate way to everyone else, but will get out with his life. Pressure now onto Seeker, or at least they're looking for it here, King. Seeker's going to swing wide. Kitsune Rush out on point. They're chasing down this Genji actually as well. Full pocket coming through. Suzu goes out as well, but King still falls. It's a Genji for Genji trade right now. And Rad Esports, they've somewhat flipped for point. Still no ults up for SSG, but they are trying to regain control of the robot. Push back onto Painkiller, and the robot has been stolen by SSG. This is going to force Rad to rotate back up to high ground through the Mega and take this ult fight from the high ground. But CJ has the Ray ready to go. Ray can be an overwhelming ult in these situations. Rad don't quite have any answer to it yet. Looking for an opportunity to use this Ray. Painkiller's going to try and make the move, but that's going to force the Ray response. But Painkiller just gets for one shot. Will get traded out, but they've lost two already. Torpedoes come out now in response. Need more kills, though, really. Kennan's looking for something. Blade comes through from King. They think they can win it. King takes down Sugar Free. Eyes on the Juno now. Juno is in the sky. CJ can't quite fly high enough. Another fight win for Rad Esports. They got Cap, remember, in the previous fight. So now we put in serious meters on the board. Pretty big ult trade coming up in this one here. Beat's going to be super important. Overclock early from Chronic. Painkiller's going to shut down Seeker, and Painkiller starting to flex his muscles a little bit. Sugar Free can trade one back right now. For SSG, still a player down. Choosing to have to give more meters. Choosing to have to give. That doesn't really make sense, X. Come on, mate. You're not that tired. Beat available for Bliss on this next one now. Sugar Free can always go with the Blade to force Lep's beat, and then Bliss can go for a later beat. Could be a classic 1-2 punch. Z nearly out in second Kitsune Rush, though, could make this a little bit more complicated for SSG. Downpour's in play too as well. Now the Blade comes out, looking to force that beat. You can see Sugar Free ready to dash back out. Doesn't have the deflect anymore. Now the Blade to keep going. Big slash of damage, but not anything quite yet. Downpour comes out. Does it catch anyone? No, nothing from Painkiller. Kennen is too low to lose. He's Downpour though. Seeker will trade Chronic, but Bliss is in big trouble, and Painkiller gets the cleanup. Now the payload is moving forward once again. Kellen has the Downpour. Z has the Kitsune Rush. Z needs to save that Suzu to deal with the Downpour right now. Slowing it down back to the choke actually here. Are they just playing for the high ground hold? Might be. Painkiller is floating around top right from his point of view right now. We'll run into that Genji. Sugar Free's going to try and clear him out. Dash through from Sugar Free though. Kitsune Rush from the high ground. They call out the waterfall. Disengage from SSG looks good. Now they have a Downpour to go back with right now. Don't know if he use Suzu in any of that right now. Ooh, might catch for Sojin here. Kennen can't quite find the one shot. Now coming back round, forcing him out. Pressure onto Painkiller. Painkiller's going to disengage in this room. The rest of Rad have disengaged this high ground, but they still have the Ray to push with their SSG. Painkiller with pressure onto Kennen right now. Regroups with his team. Looking for an opportunity to use this Ray right now. Ray will be used all over it. Downpour to follow it up as well. Will catch. And now, oh wow, it's a big one actually. King in that too. Two ults used for nothing. Kellen gets all credit for all the kills. Lots of ult to use, though, and they do have a significant disadvantage here, SSG. Blade coming up for Sugar Free. King already has his, but maybe notably Lep is closer to his beat than Bliss, and if Lep can get to that beat, he has the perfect answer for Sugar Free's Blade. They're trying to get the payload round corner now so they can just keep it moving away. Rad Esports foe more interested in clearing the high ground. Kringle dash underneath. Now the Blade comes out looking for it. They've just disengaged it, and our King's not as close as he thought. He's just forced away. Oh, it's a Blade for nothing. Sugar Free gets traded as well, so no useful blades at all. Lots of damage from this overclock. Gonna dive in for it. Deflex coming out, but he's just shooting past it. Beat not in time. Just got it, but it's still enough to get the kill. Dogfight now. Bliss is being hunted down. Kellen's still alive, but massively outnumbered. Sugar Free will be back soon, but Kellen's just trying to play his life. Regroup with his team. Less than 4 minutes left on the clock right now. Chronic has the overclock for this next one too, as both teams are going to regroup, get ready to go again. Kitsune rushing up for Z as well, so SSG, it might be another disengaged fight as well. Tough situations continue for SSG. Slash is a miss. Painkiller's going to force back Kellen right now. Continues to play it patiently, Rad Esports, but they do have ult advantage here whenever they're ready to go. Bliss is getting ever closer to beat though. 95% ready to go. Runs walk into a quite soon. Rush fail. Painkiller's going to catch Seeker again. Chronic's going to be forced back. Bliss will hit the beat. Doesn't catch Kellen though in all of this. Is a trade though. Lep goes down. Chronic has a lot of space right now for this overclock. A lot of distance from everyone else. Bliss is going to get caught in that aggression. Wall off onto Painkiller right now, and he will be forced back, but they can pocket him through that. Another wall onto Kellen. He's half HP. They're trying to pocket him through it, and Painkiller will reset position. Chronic still with this overclock. CJ with the Ray advantage now, though. Speedring comes out. No shift now available for Painkiller. He walls defensively to try and get out, but they're going to get caught here. No response. They will just tank that fight. Looking for a trade if they can. Z going for it. Full block to keep that damage away from his team there, Kellen. SSG win the fight. Should be able to get cap off this one as well, but it's really the next fight, and that's the big one, because again, ult situation doesn't feel great here for SSG. They're an ult down. Chronic still has this overclock, but she has been nursing for a while right now. Threatening the checkpoint. Are they going to go before checkpoint? No, more interested in the high ground again, so SSG will just flip the map. Remember, this robot's going to stay for 8 seconds, so they can't steal the robot forward right now, SSG. They have to play a slower fight. Deflex is forced out of Sugar Free. He takes a step back. Overclock from the high ground right now. SSG will disengage. Downpour comes out, catches Kellen. That's going to lead to his execution. Bliss caught walking into that overclock as well. Free for Chronic. Sugar Free gets a trade. CJ in trouble. 4 for Chronic, and they get it cleaned up. Walking back out right now. Blade v Blade situation, but Lep is going to have the beat to answer Sugar Free's Blade. And SSG just continue to find themselves in difficult ult situation after difficult ult situation. Dash out from King right now. Sugar Free going for the Blade. Pressure, maybe potentially. Forces the deflex out. Suzu's been used as well, but this Kitsune Rush might just catch Kellen. Oh, they're trying to pocket Kellen around. They keep chasing, though. They get their kill. They might just have to reset here again. Seeker's going to try and turn with the overclock, but they need kills. Wall behind Seeker now. Still peeking, still looking for an opportunity. They've lost CJ, and Seeker's just going to be dying on payload here. Thanks, Popple. I'll do it. Thanks, guys. There we go. Okay. SSG on the back foot. Final 30 seconds. Blade out for Sugar Free. Looking for the Lucio. Got one slice onto Lep, but Lep gets away. They're just tanking the fight here, I think, Rad. They've traded Blade as well. Keeping the beat as an insurance policy, but they've actually traded out massively. After Lep got away from that first slash, I thought he was just going to press the beat. They might just kill Kellen anyway. We're into the final 10 seconds. A late death for Kellen will be brutal. They have to make it work. Bliss is on point right now. Lep has the beat ready to go, but Rad, they lost a couple of players. They're going to pick him up from spawn, take this next fight on the point. But CJ will have the Ray to answer this beat now. Maybe a missed opportunity for Rad there. More ops coming up, though. Dive in. Oh, Bliss has just been taken out. No chance to get to it. Beat comes through. CJ's going to Ray in response right now. They've lost Seeker. 3v5. They need just Ray to do so much, but the downpour catches everyone. And they're just going to win it just like that. Rad Esports will tie up the series. Esperanza is theirs. First map win for Rad since week 1. Back and forth. Yeah, I think we're starting to see minus 250k, minus 250k, minus 250k. How many people lost $250,000? I've got my eyes on it right now. Who are this week's biggest losers? On this week's biggest losers, we have... No idea. Or maybe it was just no idea. Okay. I mean, we're starting to see... Is Rad one of those teams that play up or down to their opponents? No, I think they're just... I think Rad are actually... The best matchup for Rad, I think, is for Hazard Mirror. Clearly, SSG thought they could still have him in it. But that was quite clearly not the case. Starting to see some of the hype around Painkiller's Hazard as well. Now, how many times did we see a Painkiller one-shot? Just onto Seeker or something almost before the fight starts. Alright, let's get some numbers up here. Alright, 30-5 for Chronic. Reasonable. Painkiller 24-6. Similar, actually slightly less damage than Kellen overall. But much higher KD. Seeker, yeah, Seeker may be looking like a problem here. 11 deaths. 11 deaths, 9 for Bliss as well. Why does Bliss only have 2,600 healing? Come on, Blissy. Is this why they always felt like they had ult disadvantage? It's a shame there's not a stat for ultimates here, because it feels like, did we just have no beats? Yeah, left with like double, like, or just under double the healing, but that's still a lot. CJ and Z's numbers looking fairly identical. Sugar-free versus King. I mean, King only died 3 times, actually. Yeah, everything else is fairly similar. Like, Seeker seems for one who had, like, the hardest trouble getting into the game. Painkiller really on his case, you know. Even though Painkiller ended up with less damage overall, it felt like there was more times where Painkiller just found that, like, crucial one-shot and that crucial opening pick. Violet mate Ajax. Yeah, what's worse? Not building the beat or Ajax in the beat? Swings and roundabouts, right? Swings and roundabouts. Ooh, are all the uncoachable coaches frauds? You fires Chris and asked me to coach instead. I think it'd be a no from me, dog. I believe would be my official stance. Experience but dumb mistakes seems backwards. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, everyone's capable of dumb mistakes, right? I know, I thought Kai actually had a really good series, no? Like, some really crucial moments for his team. If you remove Peps and turn your power rankings upside down with sort of 5 are pretty good. Yeah. Well, you know, that's... Look, you guys are gonna say I'm coping, but actually, I'm pretty sure I said it in the video. What Vesco said, that's how you're meant to read it. Like, it's not a top to bottom rankings, it's like it's a semi up to down. It's a split in half, flip it upside down. Like, so honestly, a lot of just a lot of bad faith interpretations on what I thought was a pretty clear list. Right? I feel like you guys are buying it. Actually, so this is good. This is good. I feel like I've convinced a lot of you on this one. Buying what for truth? Yeah. Told you guys I'd never spread misinformation, never lie to you, nothing like that. You convincing no one? I feel like I can feel the like, if I listen carefully, I think I can actually hear people's minds changing. Alright, so probably Hazard ban here, play Winston. Hazard ban, play Winston. Rad anticipating the dive, gonna ban Anna in response here. I think we'll be pretty happy just to do like Kiri Lucio or Juno Lucio with this here. And now we can see Kellen coming to his own. Boosts at the ready. The best Winston in North America is about to do it again. You don't have a felon emote? What's the felon emote? If you link it slow, I'll add it. If it's good. If it's bad, I won't. Alright, lock in. SSG believers. Not quite as dominant as the previous map, but come on. It's Kellen on Winston, guys. Kellen on Winston. Alright, looking at a spawn. So comp we expect here from SSG. Let me turn this volume back up for everyone. Oh, it's literally already up. Alright. So no Anna obviously removes some of the key part for it as well. Boost at Moretti. They're going to try and come out this high ground right now, but a difficult swing for Rad. They're playing Brig Juno in this as well. One rotation on. Sugar Free trying to dive here. Will just about get pocketed through that, and now Chronic can take a little bit of space, try and take some heads. Ooh, can take Seeker's head immediately. Kellen already low on HP. Has to jump out. Does maybe get to the Mega? Alright, this guy's definitely Korean. How on earth he gets away with that one? Has to bubble, has to do the run around, and SSG are scattered to the winds right now, but Lucio and Kiri have regrouped with Kellen. Looking for another engage. Seeker will respawn and be back in the fight soon. Sugar Free with pressure onto the backline right now. Another rotation coming through from Kellen. Now a dive onto point. Kellen gets out just about in time as well. They're trying to pocket him through. Painkiller wants to push it right now. Suzu committed from CJ, and Painkiller's maybe been baited into trouble. 1 second away from form. Won't get to form. They did get 2.5 ticks out of this foul, but now with tank advantage, they can top up Kellen, and Kellen can help him clear high ground. Sugar Free waiting for Kellen's timing. Will get Coach Gun back. They all join Kellen in his bubble, but they buy valuable time, and Painkiller is going to go onto the Mauga. We've seen him do this one before and had not a lot of success. I would say, without an Anna to worry about, this might seem a little bit more reasonable from Painkiller. Can shred Kellen, but Kellen nearly has Primal. It's a Kitsune rush push early. They're going through Stomp, one-shot Sugar Free in all of it. Beret comes out now from Z in response. Primal from Kellen, picks up one, separates for Juno from Beret, but can't find the finish, actually. Rad Esports have managed to get themselves out of that one, but Kellen goes for more. Brig in the corner. Can they go rally to try and turn it? Kellen's in trouble, but CJ's there with a finisher. Bob comes through from Seeker to cancel out that rally. And they will save Kellen and kill everyone there. That was 3 ults invested in exchange for both support ults there for SSG, but maybe not the worst trade in the world. One thing SSG will have is Rad Esports actually has a pretty good set of ults on all of their heroes. Whereas Sugar-Free's Pulse Bomb is obviously very much a hit or miss ult. But it is Sugar-Free, so it's probably more hit than it is miss, if we're being honest. No Kiriko as well, remember, so no chance just using this Pulse Bomb. If it connects, the damage will be permanent. Dynamite onto the high ground right now. Bliss is burning. Bob to force point. Remember, it's only 1 tick to give here, so SSG put in an awkward position with this. Trying to shred down the Bob. Kellen has to contest point. This is going to allow Chronic to be relatively free. Bliss will get the beat out now to keep going in response to this. It was a Blade as well on top from King. They will reset, and Chronic gets Seeker again. Reset now. Sugar-Free still has Pulse Bomb, but he's been forced out at the choke. Now trying to clear top left is King. They want to start forcing the objectives. Kitsune rush on point. CJ has to TP away. They're still using it though. Kellen's zapping everyone up. Sugar-Free has the Pulse Bomb. Looking for a kill here. Could be crucial. They need something. Recall has been forced though, so they're just going to stabilize with the Kitsune rush. Pulse Bomb is out. It's good for 2. Sometimes it's hit, sometimes it's missed, and sometimes it's 1 for 2. Beautiful from Sugar-Free. Just what they needed as Brad were about to have Ray, about to have the cage as well. Now 30 seconds left on the clock, and Rad Esports are struggling for time, but looking good for ults. Just need to get the last sort of 10 to 20% on all these last 3 ults, and it should be a very hard to lose fight. If I'm SSG, we need to do something wacky, maybe even an early hit here. They're coming through top. Kellen wants to build up the last bit in that primal. Maybe they're just going to make him walk the difficult choke again. Have to be scared of that cage. If they get caged on this high ground though, they can maybe at least have Kellen drop off, be hard to kill. Seeker farming up a full rail, now looking for it. Kellen will go for 1. Dink onto Z. Now the cage comes out. It's caught Kellen. Kellen nearly has primal, nearly has it. Doesn't get it. Dies on 98%. They dive into the cage to help him. Beat over the top from Lep is heavy-handed. They really had them all. The cage was good. They all dive into the cage to help Kellen. If he got to that primal, it maybe would have looked really different, honestly. Oh, let me get some more caffeine in me. Yeah, 100% agree, P. I think the beat, an insecure beat, really. You know, they're really worried. They know it's last fight. If they lose, they only have 1 shot at it, so it's like an insurance policy. But I think if they realise how many people are in cage and that Painkiller wasn't in danger of being traded, I think it should have been really fine. So if we don't have it for the next fight, SSG are up to the next wave of ultimates, overclock, primal, all ready to go. This first part may be the most awkward part for the Winston comp. Slow and steady right now. Kellen's just keeping payload contested, so in no rush at all. They have got a Reaper now as well, it's worth mentioning from Brad, so Kellen's life will get a little bit harder. Overclock to start right now, though. Burning through, takes care of Z. Forces for Wraith out of King too. King's going to double down for the kill. They did have to use Primal in this as well, so it's a 2 for nothing situation right now. They catch Painkiller, but a 2 for nothing. Again, you sort of feel like, I mean, Kellen didn't want to get traded, right? But you feel like the overclock did the damage it should have done. Now double support ult, and they've converted themselves to a spawn hold here, SSG. So they're going to try and come out top right now. They have Ray to get out of spawn if they really want to. They're all very close. They're trying to bait this engage. There's the Kitsune rush. Ray in response right now as they try and burn through the damage. It's a disengage for SSG. Drops down. Overclock on the chase ray from Chronic. The beat comes out from Bliss, but it's only a 2-person beat. Blissy. Oh, he's taking the Bliss right now. He's going to die after it as well.
Let's get back to basics.
Oh, a disaster here for SSG with his spawn hold. And the payload is now moving away from him. They're trying to live behind. But yeah, Rad realised they can just go, and Chronic's got another one. Oh, Chronic. Kellen's going to jump onto point right now. I don't know what his exit plan is. Maybe there is no exit plan. They're going to get a Suzu. He's going to jump out onto the high ground. But they're losing people all the time. CJ's still trying to focus on Painkiller. He's awfully low. Painkiller has to reset. And Bliss is regrouped with CJ. Beat now out from Lep. Catches free. Keeps Painkiller alive. But he still needs more help. He's getting close to Cage right now. But he has to play his life. He has to run away. While this is all going on, Chronic has just killed the entire back line. And the payload's just going to push in. Chronic is on one today. And all of a sudden, SSG, they'll get the kill onto King to help them stabilize on third, but they are very much on third point. Low on time. Low on time, but Chronic is good with it today. Dive in now from Kellen. More pressure onto Chronic. They will be popped in through. Disengaged there from Rad. Esports regrouping. King is respawned on with him again now as well. So back to full strength is Rad. They have Cage. They have Blossom. A brutal combo. But remember, Rad Esports, they need to win 2 fights here to actually capture 3rd point. So I think it's actually going to be an early engage. Kitsune rush from the high ground. Cage will come out. They catch Chronic immediately here. They are locked in the Cage. Suzu there. Blossom over top. But Blossom will get them done. Still a couple of players behind. Bliss and Kellen. Kellen has the primal, but saves it for the next fight. And ultimately, SSG will be really happy with that. They got plenty of trades. They forced out the Cage Blossom combo. Now gives them a much more reasonable chance here. So Z has the Ray to help force objective as we go into this last fight. But the SSG do have 2 ults. The primal and the overclock. We used to call this one in Season 5. We used to call it like the skeet shooter. The primal to set up the overclock. Kellen's going in, but it's actually Seeker to start. Ray comes out right now. Seeker has to be careful. Slide back from Seeker. They're trying to disengage, but Seeker is caught by Nat. Kellen has the primal for a late contest right now, but can he find kills? Sugar Free is already burnt for recall right now, so Kellen needs to do a 1 swing and out. Chronic nearly has the overclock again. Trying to primal for Juno. Not an easy primal target. Now Chronic has popped the overclock. They are forcing the objective. Z has found a trade. Z has been traded by Bliss. B comes through from left. Bliss is a few percent away. 99% for Bliss. He's got to go for it. He catches everyone. And that should be the holding factor here. They will keep it on 2nd. Painkiller gets 1 more trade. Not quite out of the woods, but everyone is low. Primal kill sets up that one for... Or Primal sets up a kill for Bliss, rather. A really important one. Juno not the easiest target, but a little bit of help from Bliss finishes the job. And they get the hold on 3rd right now, but Rad could probably still be pretty happy with that, considering how close they were to getting full held. Needs to wait for like an overwhelming ult advantage situation. More than defendable, I think, for Rad here. More than defendable. Remember as well, whenever we're in this, whenever we're in a loser's pick, we're in a loser's pick, or loser gets to pick the map and ban first. What it means is every time you get that, it should be a really heavy advantage for you. So you really don't want to lose those situations. Here's the felon emote. Oh, cheers, Sloan. Let's see it. Is it good? Oh, yeah. Had to... There we go. Tennis Theory. Exactly, Arthur. Wait, this means we can now boost for Felon. Yep. Sharing the same brain cell right now, no time.
Hello.
All right. Wasn't it? No, Slingshot Theory is something else. We'll post a series of thesis at some point from Uncoachable.
3, 2,
All right.
attackers in
Kiriko, again, both teams hit. And Painkiller's going to mirror the Winston. Has anyone seen Painkiller's Winston before? Can I get a quick sense check? Worse than Kellen. Worse than Kellen. It's good. Trust. All right. Can't be better than Kellen, though, because Kellen is the best in the West on the Winston. A BWW. Dive in right now. Good little dink from Seeker on that one to force for recall out. And now they're going to try and regroup. Bubble off some of the heals right now. But Kellen's going to jump back in. We'll have a much later bubble. But Kellen's bubble is mostly just for himself. Doesn't really cut off Chronic's angle that much. He's got a full rail in hand. And Chronic has been deadly with these so far. Continues to be deadly now as he catches Kellen on the way out. It's a no Winston world right now. It's going to be 4v4. High ground for Seeker. Missed opportunity for Chronic. And Seeker now with a power position. Body shot onto left as well. Finishes that kill. Chronic wants to challenge him for it. Chronic will win that challenge. But CJ responds. First point goes the way of SSG very quickly as well. Painkiller will be going on to the Malga now. Echo from King as well in all of this. Interesting swap, actually. Yeah, not so sure about the Echo, I guess. We'll see how it plays. I mean, I don't hate it either. It's going to be a map flip attempt here from Rad, going all the way through, bunkering this room to stop the objective. CJ has the Kitsune Rush to try and clear it, and Z is a little bit short right now, as is Lep. So if they go quickly, SSG has maybe a chance, but they've actually got the payload moving, so they don't. Sugar-free. Mistimed it all. Kitsune Rush outside for point now. Kitsune Rush response from Z. They are still pinned in there, and Seeker has found Chronic in all of this. A classic fish and barrel situation. Seeker's going to take the high ground as well right now, and they are just going to try and keep this payload moving. Pinned in there. They get 2 fights, but SSG, it's just a 1-for-1 trade there. Kitsune Rush for Kitsune Rush. Chronic's going to have Overclock coming back, but Seeker has the Overclock as well. Better start in position 2. 4 minutes still left on the clock for the second point as well. Kellen is set up above, has his Primal ready to go. Overclocks will come out from Seeker. Bubble there as well. Beat back from left, but didn't catch everyone though. Did the bubble catch some of that? Might be a classic boost for Felon situation. Painkiller will fall immediately as a result of not getting that beat. Kellen good for it again. I'm just going to keep giving Kellen the credit. And that's going to be a very quick second point as well. 5 minutes, 15 seconds. And while that push for Rad felt pretty reasonable in isolation, now we are seeing SSG's attack. It's starting to look really dicey. This is where the Winston will probably become harder and the Mag will become stronger as we get to a more flat third point. But 5 minutes is a lot of time. Chance obviously to swap at some point after Primal. For now, Pulse Bomb Primal available. Sugar-Free's gone through left-hand side. Verified Overwatch League player trying to force it. Seeker dies immediately though as Chronic pushes in with this Overclock. King finishes the job. Dink onto CJ as well. 1 HP. Looking to finish that off too. CJ's deep-peeking, but King on the hunt. Chronic knocks him up. King knocks him down. And that'll be the first fight successful. 1 and done. Coming back now with Kitsune Rush here, CJ, and a Primal from Kellen. Is a Kitsune Rush advantage as well for CJ? By about 20%. So they can get advantage of it. They can get advantage if they're quick right now. I don't know if they realize it's exactly like this. They may be a little bit worried about caging all of this SSG, even though Painkiller actually needs 20%. Sugar-Free touches for payload, then goes up to the high ground. We'll try and clean this Tracer out of position right now. Winning this duel with King for now, who is taking a step back. Kitsune Rush comes out from Z. Primal traded for it as well. This gives a Kitsune Rush advantage. Keller will be happy with that ult trade. Play to live, but they have to worry about the Cage. Attempting for a boot in right now. Cage will catch Kellen. They're going to try and save him with this Kitsune Rush. Needs a lot more help. Bliss is there trying to body block, but they are all trapped in the Cage. That's the power of the Cage. Question now for Kellen. Do they swap the comp at all here? Sugar-Free's actually good for 2 trades. It's surely not enough, though. Still going for more, goes for Pulse Bomb. Sugar-Free thought it was enough. Ambitious attempt from him, but Kellen will be swapping onto the Ramattra, maybe Sugar-Free onto the Genji. Orisa from Kellen, actually, and Juno from CJ. Yeah, Sugar-Free is going onto the Genji in the end. Makes the Pulse Bomb attempt feel a little bit more justified. Still over 3 minutes left right now. King has Pulse Bomb. Remember... Oh! I was going to say, remember no Suzu for that one, so King will just shut down Sugar-Free immediately there, and this will be more valuable time off the clock for Rad. Lep has beat for this next fight as well, and SSG don't quite have anything yet, but once SSG gets to their next ult, I'm expecting SSG maybe start with an overclock, see if he can force Lep to beat in response. Bliss beats back with a later beat, he can maybe catch someone in the melee. Z getting quick close to this Kitsune Rush as well afterwards as well. So if that comes up, it could swing it the other way, but we'll play that as it comes right now. Seeker is on 97%, getting ready to go. Gonna charge up a rail, try and combo them together. Looking for it. Oh, Chronic is low, out in the open. They come back, Spin comes in. Aggressive move from Painkiller, who's made the swap as well. Takes down Bliss, actually, and oh my god. Well, you can see what the plan was. You can see what the plan was, but it's an absolute disaster. They've disengaged here. Let's get an action replay of this, because everything happens, right? Bliss goes for it and then gets javelined. Lep goes for it, gets headshot or body shot even, and it's a double AJ. Double AJ. Looks like both Lucio's very much taking the piss, and no beats. So I guess it's an even ult trade. Swinging through right now, Seeker onto the cast, trying to deal with it. Terra Surge pulls him into that one. Painkiller has gone deep with all of this and will die as a result. Kellen's Terra Surge feels a little bit overkill at the end, but they've avoided any trades for now. CJ's in a spot of bother. Kellen will finish that one, and they take down King. Now pushing for the win right now. Chronic is coming back with Overclock here, but they are going fast. Heroes for a desperate touch right now. Painkiller coming out on Diva. They're holding the choke close. Boot back. Is it enough? It's enough. All right. A classic double Ajax to set yourself up for that full push. And they win their map pick. Just about. Just about. Ajax is like a rainbow. One is nice, but two at the same time is magical. Mouthing double Ajax. Everyone just learned to read lips real quickly. Alright, they win their map pick, they hold their serve. And now Rad Esports chance to choose. What have we not had so far? We just had Hybrid, right? We had... Is it Escort left? I feel like you're always lurking, Cronus, and then you always make the appearance when there's some kind of Ajax situation. I feel like it's the same for like Astro. Astro will only drop in for a bit, and then all of a sudden, an Ajax appears out of nowhere. Ooh, Preds up now. Obviously, remember, this is Rad's pick. Where are we going? Do they go to Havana now? Sigma? Havana, Sigma, Ban, Ram? Do they have the Ban Ram available? Oh, we should do the stats as well while I'm thinking about it. Round 3. All right. Seeker is on 12 deaths, which, again, seems like a different comps, but many such cases it's starting to feel like here. Kennen looking good for it. 34 and 4 on the Winston. 4 deaths is actually outrageous. 10 for Painkiller in contrast there. And actually more damage for Kellen, even though we played Winston for the most part there. Okay, here we go. So the map pick is Route 66, actually. And Rad have banned Torb. So SSG will ban Lucio. I presume they already used the Hazard banner, if I'm not mistaken, right? Ooh, let's go North America. Where do they use it? Farah. Oh, yeah, they just used it on Nambani, of course, right? So, yeah, so Hazard is open. So, looks like they're going to be playing Hazard right now. Banning Torb. So, what's the counter Hazard comp when you don't have Torb available? Would you still do Sim? And a Brig. I don't like the Brig into it. CJ damage. I wasn't really reading the numbers. 10k damage. Z on 4.6. Good on you, CJ. I mean, CJ on the Juno as well. Probably his best hero, honestly, at this point. Yeah, Chronic is actually behind damage-wise, but Chronic just has, like not to quote Chrissy here, but he's a bit of a moments player, you know? What dumbass put 100k on Rad? I'll find out for you. Dry Otter. Maybe he's a genius. It is their map pick. Yeah, sorry, what was I talking about? So, yeah, so Rad wants to play Hazard. That's almost certain. If you just go Bull Sim, and what's like the most Torb adjacent hero? Ooh, thank you, Wallagug.
Who's your top 4 RN?
I'd probably go... I mean, Word on the Street is Nightmare is quite strong. But, I was going to say, sorry. Top 4 and 8. It's just like a... What's the order? Probably like... I'd have to say SSG at top. Maybe like current form, Team Liquid, Nightmare, SSG, and obviously Timeless. I know, it's really hard to separate these 4 teams. Word on the street is Nightmare of the strongest in scrims, but they won't really test it this week. The problem with NA is, like, I don't know what to make of people's form when, like... What do I make of a form when every team just wins 3-0? Who's in the better form? Oh, thank you, FinFunge.
You think 2 can bounce back?
Yeah, I've got faith in him. I've got faith in him. Gotta trust Chrissy in these situations. Not even intentional spot, just some kind of wordsmith, I reckon. Alright, so... Oh wait, hold on, let me respond to this message. Alright, let's break this down. So, we expect the hazard out of Rad Esports off the back of the Torb ban. Starting on defense with an Anazen ball here, so the ball certainly seems really reasonable. Thank you, Sans. Cheers for the 45 bits. Alright, so Anazen greedy, but maybe still quite difficult for Hazard to still quite difficult for the Hazard to cross this distance or, like, connect on the high ground meaningfully. Is Bap Zen right now for Rad Esports? Are they sticking us on rollout? Pause. Thank you, dear girl. Hope you had a good stream. Welcome, everyone, if you're just joining us. We're right between... Ooh, another pause. Well, we're currently paused, as you can see. But we're right in the middle of the SSG Rads series, the last one of the day. And it's SSG just won, but it's actually, it's pretty close. Pretty close, really. Alright. I'm locking in. We'll give a shout out right, I'm sure. I have faith. Alright, locking in for this one. Welcome, everyone. Sorry, I just responded to a message. Alright, so Anna Zen, greedy backline. Leopard's going to go over onto the Kiriko here. Diva is the choice for Painkiller once he spots out in his backline instead of a Hazard. Obviously, there's a Brig swap on the cards here for Bliss after this. Kellen's going to go for initial slam. Take a lot of shields. Just mainly taking a load of damage. But we're building Nano, so alright. Can't complain. Kellen will roll back. Keep it contested. Forces King out as well. But Payload is still moving right now as Kellen sets up for his next slam. At the choke, just some harassment. A roll through. Forces the slide out of Chronic. More pressure on the Payload right now. Sugar-Free is anchoring point while Kellen is rolling around, causing issues. Painkiller's trying to make a move into the backline, but is going to get discorded and forced all the way out. Slam caught as well. Will be trying to matrix his way out of that one. Sugar-Free is behind, but Painkiller's eating a lot of this damage. Trying to clear all of it. Sugar-Free's in trouble. Gets back to the Mega Bone. Z is awfully low in all of this, but they do stabilize. It's actually King who finds the first kill in Snap backline. And SSG feel like they've lost control of their good high ground position. Seeker is now just wandering around. He's actually behind everyone, trying to slide out of this problem. He's going to get hunted down by King, I think. But yeah, King's going to finish that one too. Bliss with the Brig swap as expected. Now starts to feel a little bit more reasonable. Could possibly see Painkiller even go back to Hazard when he gets the next opportunity to swap. But for now, focus on SSG as they go for this retake. Kellen is in the back, trying to harass this Anna. Goes for the slam, trying to bait him out. Kellen will be put to sleep right now. Damage onto Kellen from Chronic as well. Full headshot. Disruptor shot onto Sugar Free causes him a problem. King is going to chase that one as well. Recall has been forced out of Sugar Free. Mine's on point, buys valuable time for SSG, but Kellen needs health, and Sugar Free just took the Mega underneath. He's waiting for it again now. Nano Overclock comes out from Seeker. Need kills out of this one, but they're hiding behind a cactus. Seeker jumps to the high ground, finishes that one, and they will get it thanks to that Nano Overclock, but a heavy, heavy, heavy investment for SSG. Painkiller is shooting the floor. Everything okay, buddy? Walking back out now, and a clear ult advantage here for Rad Esports. They can honestly just Nano Blade if they want right now. Bliss is holding quite far forward. No great defensive tools. They might just need Sugar Free to work his magic with this Pulse Bomb. Maybe a cheeky 2k here if he can, Lenny. No Suzu, remember, but they can defensively Nano, but they're so interested. It's actually going to be a Nano Overclock from them as well. Seeker will have no escape from that one. Now there's a rock, but that doesn't protect CJ either. They actually eat the Pulse Bomb this time, Painkiller, and Z will clear him up, and the Nano Overclock more than gets the job done from Rad. Kellen will not be getting out of that one. That is first point conceded, but 3 minutes 20 seconds, not a hold SSG will ultimately be unhappy with. Moving on to the next point now. Both teams fighting for the high ground. Tronic's actually going to go on to Sombra for this one, not the off for Sojourn. Obviously, he can start playing to punish the ball in a lot more of these situations. Virus doesn't connect. Chronic will cloak up behind. They can go for another engage as well, but difficult to clear him off the high ground. Kellen's going to try and respond right now. Virus comes out. Virus catches him. Chronic going to cloak back up to that high ground, just harassing and being annoying right now, trying to find a time to sync up with King or Painkiller. But the payload's quite far back, so they just keep taking the free push. Kellen again going to try and clear the high ground. Kellen kind of has to be responsible for all of it right now, but he's just going to do it. That's a classic boost Felon situation. Now rolling through, nade is big, Kellen will finish too, and now Kellen's heating up. Might even get a late kill onto this as well. Suzu out of spawn, and Kellen doesn't quite get the kill actually. Painkiller will live. They did trade Seeker thanks to Chronic in the back from all of this as well. Left no cooldowns? I guess not. They were trying to hold that high ground position quite aggressively, but I'm not quite sure. Cloak up from Chronic to try and get in position right now. Interesting that Chronic's actually playing mainly like a classic style of Sombra right now, playing to set up for backliners rather than playing to punish with Brawl, which is how most people try and use for Sombra in a lot of occasions. Actually, tell a lie. This time Chronic is playing to punish with Brawl. Blade will come out right now. Nate onto him. Does catch King. King's forced back. Bliss with a finishing blow. But Rally protects him. And an optimistic bomb from Painkiller right now. And he gets taken down before remeching. And this Rally is massive value. Blade dealt with. Bomb dealt with. Maybe going to regret not just using the Nano Blade in that situation again. Rad Esports and Painkiller will be going over onto the Winston. Surely not. I mean, I guess so. Tracer battle underneath. Recalls traded. King will be forced backwards. EMP available for Chronic, but King has been taken down as Kellen continues to roll through. Bubble has been forced here, but that buys valuable time. We're into the final minute right now for Rad Esports. They have Nano, they have EMP, they have the tools, but SSG, do they just Nano Overclock and hope Seeker can carry the fight while all these ults get thrown at them? It's not the worst call in the world. I actually kind of like it. EMP opportunity now. Need to make sure CJ gets this Nano off. Chronic waiting for his timing. Spotted out though. TP EMP. CJ though line of sights it perfectly. Doesn't care about Bliss because he is loading this into Seeker right now. Kitsune Rush comes out as well. Sleep is there. Execute nade. CJ will die for it, but Seeker gets two. The trade is worthwhile. Painkiller's awfully low as well. Now Kellen's going to try and finish that one off. Sugar Free has killed him in the backline too. No escape for Painkiller. But Nano Overclock does it. Well played by CJ in that. Good line of sight. Now getting forced back to.
10 seconds remaining.
Final touch. Slam into the back from Kellen, trying to create some separation in all of this. They do have Nano available still here, Z. Probably going to go Painkiller's way. Maybe attempt to dive onto the back line, but an easy one for Sugar Free. Catches Chronic not looking. Walk in now, trying to force for recall. Pulse Bomb is wide, and Painkiller will get this nano, but he's still half HP. Sleeper's wide onto Sugar Free. He's just looking to try and kill them behind right now. Kellen is occupying the backline during this. Painkiller does actually get CJ before going down. Mine's on point right now. Pulse Bomb out from King, doesn't find anything. Lep can continue touching for a little bit, but looking for the boot away from point. King continues to touch. Sleep onto him, and they can't touch after King falls. All right. And a reasonable hold here for SSG.
0 to 1. Switching sides.
All right. SSG got them in a position right now. Seeker has changed his sense, I'm sure. You reckon? Alright. Remember, it's Rad on defense now, so their comp is real. They are just going to play Hazard. I think when they see this, Bliss... Are they going to go... Would they go Anna Zen? Feels like it's just not as good on attack. Best Dark Souls. Not played any of them. So genuinely no idea. All of them. Yeah, I don't really play that many games. Maybe that's like hard to believe. Just say 1, 2, or 3. Probably 1 if I'm being honest. Best Mario. Mario Kart. I've played Mario Kart. It's not really played many of like the actual Mario games, but Mario Kart I have. What a gamer. I mean, guys, I'm not just some fucking nerd who sits and plays games every day. You guys aren't, are you? Okay, it's Anakiri coming out from SSG on this one. Ball again is for choice, but Seeker goes down early. Kellen's still trying to roll and boop someone into a dangerous position. Ah, thank God, I was worried for a little bit. Slam comes in there, but Chronic is back at his old games, taking heads right now. Force back to spawn. Remember, Torp has been banned, so this does empower the Hazard quite a lot. Takes us back to a time when Hazard was quite strong. Last time Seeker played into Painkiller as well on Esperanza in this sort of hero matchup. Painkiller was finding multiple opportunities to take care of Seeker as well. One-shot him out of the game. For now, they're trying to poke their way in. Keep this payload moving. Slam onto the high ground opportunity for Seeker. Not quite able to connect the kill though. King is deep in behind. They can force his deflect and force it back. Slide onto the high ground for Seeker as he swings wide now. Nearly at this nano. Ready to go. Nade out is actually dodged by Painkiller, but they have more opportunity to push payload right now. King is actually in quite deep behind. Has the dash out. Just being an absolute nuisance right now. Sleep will go wide right. King is so deep. Just kill King. Where is King going? I thought he dashed out, but yeah, makes a mess of it. But Painkiller's good for a trade right back. Still harassment onto the backline for Kellen. Z is down to 2 bars of HP, but Kellen can't finish that kill. Painkiller is getting cleared though, and even though Kellen can't finish that kill onto Z, all the time distraction means the main source of healing is gone for Painkiller. So the Painkiller will just die while Kellen takes that attention onto the backline, or attention from the backline. Lots of ops coming back for Rad Esports here, but Kellen can make this retake difficult with the mines. Initial slam just to keep them forced back. Disruptor shot there as well. Maybe slightly mistimed on some of these cooldowns, which they had them. Now they can start walking here, Rad, but the mines will be coming in. Nade is there as well. Nade doesn't catch anyone. Rally comes out from Lep. He is flying right now, but Kellen has killed King. Sleep does catch it right now. Ray to try and keep Painkiller alive through all of this, and he has killed Bliss just before it. Overclock Nano again from Seeker, trying to burn through Z. Kellen will finish the job. Nano overclock, good for it again. Lep will get cleaned up on point. And 2.5 minutes taken, but SSG do cap first point. And remember, all they need... Welcome back, Cal. Did Ninja hook you up? I presume Ninja hooked you up. Hooks you up. So yeah, 4 minutes for second point. So they lost a decent chunk of time. But remember, they don't have to get it that far on second to win the map and win the series here, SSG. Rally available for Bliss. Blade available for Sugar Free. Downpour's actually thrown out from Painkiller right now, and it's just to kill Seeker, I think, on that flank. So maybe feels like overkill, honestly. It seemed like Seeker was alone on that side. Nade now onto King. No follow-up just yet, though. Sugar Free is forced back as well. King's thinking of going for the opportunity, looking for a dash line-up. Doesn't get it, though. Deflex will be traded. Sugar Free getting full pocket. Blade comes out from King right now. Sugar Free trying to play his life, and King has not much to slash at other than the Winston. Bliss has rallied in response, so King just happy for that trade. Overclock now from Chronic onto the high ground. Can Sugar Free find a way to shut him down? Seeker has already died. Kellen diving on. Gets headshot twice. 3 times. Sugar Free comes in, though. Kellen finishes the kill. Sugar Free looking for more. Cuts through Lep as well. Nano onto Bliss right now, and he is just swinging... swinging for the fences with this. They are forcing the objective. Painkiller is 1 HP. Trying to chase that kill. Painkiller trying to get out. Sugar Free is all over him, both full pocket, and Kellen and Sugar Free get that. They don't just get that, they get Z as well. Kellen looking for more. Will clean us up, and it should just be a tap-in. It is a tap-in. SSG secure at 3-1. All right. SSG on top. Easy for SSG as always. 3-1 in the end. Relatively close series. Even the Nabani, Varut was actually, I guess, fairly one-sided in reality. But Nabani wasn't as probably straightforward as they were hoping for with those bans. And obviously, certainly the Lijiang Tower was not. Not the Lijiang Tower, sorry, the Esperanza. And Lijiang Tower wasn't straightforward either. Coach interview never happening, GG. We did get a cap one the other day. Uncoachable surely exuded its influence. Yeah, the cap interview was class as well, actually. Just like, just winding everyone up. Complaining about everyone in the scrims, complaining about all this, talking about he's going to roll them next week. Class interview from Cap as well. Why don't you cover your mouth when you yawn? Because I'm in the room by myself. And 729 others? Oh, yeah. Give or take. Give or take by myself. SSG should force Jinxie to watch a game of OWCS. Isn't the Rainbow Six Invitational still on right now? I think technically I'm not meant to watch other games while I'm streaming OWCS, but just, we'll keep this between us, okay?
Shields, we've had Tyler pop off to get a 1v3.
Yeah, it is. Yes, Trash Panda, yes. All right, should we just segue this straight into a Rainbow Six stream? I don't really know much beyond the core concept. I did it again. I yawned without thing. Yeah. Interview though. Let's see. I think we're getting CJ. CJZ. Is this chat even red, IO? Yeah. Every now and again. Every now and again when I remember it exists. Can we still get this into a marble stream? Yeah, I've been watching a bit of a Rainbow Six this week. I had a pretty decent
Congratulations on the W. Another one in the bag, and a few more to come, hopefully. Let's talk about this match, though, because I think a lot of us were very surprised to see how well Red Esports was able to keep up with your guys' pace. They were coming in really aggressive, and that kind of seemed to put you guys on a back foot. Were there any changes or adjustments that you guys had to do in your playstyle in order to regain control and close out the win?
Not really. I think we were just playing bad, especially the first two maps. But I think after we lost Esperanca, I think we realized that we just gotta stop being nervous and we're just the better players. So really just do whatever we want and we win, and we did. So
do whatever we want, we win. Well, you guys clearly wanted to play a lot of Winston. I feel like Kellen looks insanely good on the Winston. You guys really play well around that style. I was really impressed on, Nimbani. You guys kind of just dismantled the Malga comp, at least on first and second point for the most part. I thought that execution was really clean. Is the Winston comp something you guys focus on a lot compared to like other teams in the region, or do you think a lot of teams are going to be, following your lead and using that Winston a little bit more?
I just think we're good generically at dive because I think we have like all the players for it. Kellen's really good at Winston, Lenny's really good at Tracer, and then Bliss is really good at Brig. So I feel like all the pieces just come together. And I mean, we just play dive and the maps that are good. So like Nubani, Dorado,
the American
Route 66 sometimes. So I think it just fits our strengths very well.
Yeah, CJ, I'm curious to hear more about your experience playing for this SSG team this year so far. SSG being a partner
no,
team.
he means generic.
What's your experience been like, playing with some of these players like Kellen, for example, but also Sugar
cheap shots, cheap shots.
An amazing damage duo. What has stage 1 been for you like so far?
I mean, stage 1's been kind of fun, but I think going into it, I was a little nervous because I feel like out of all the other players on the team, I was the only one that had to prove myself, I guess, in a way. But I've been playing with Secret for, I think this is like the third year I've been playing with him. I played with him last year in Nightmare, and then the year before that in Valiant. So playing with him is like basically the same, but yeah, I really like playing with Lenny. He's like really good, and he's actually like really chill and just a cool guy.
In my head about it, you want to say.
I mean, the vibes are up always, and
probably not. I mean, he can hop on if he wants, but I imagine he's got
yeah,
better things to do.
Looking at
probably
the
pop
next
in
week
champagne.
ahead of you, obviously you're one of the top teams we have.
Living
do you feel
large.
like there's any big shakeups given that perks are going to be in the mix? Do you think there's a team that might get hurt by this? Perhaps a lack of flexibility?
I don't think like it's going to shake up the standings that much. I think all the teams that are good are going to stay good, but I think perks are a very interesting addition because, for example, like the perks, like the Ana perk, there's like the headshot one or the self nano one. So I think it's really interesting to see which perks people will choose. But I think eventually the perks will just be like there'll be like a set perk that you have to choose, or else you're just gonna lose your team the game. So.
Yeah, we discussed that already, how a few of them might be so very situational that we're probably not going to see much of them. But yeah, we're very excited to see the perks in the mix for next
last
week.
game, Wilder, yeah, only 4 on Sundays.
Thank you so much for joining us for a quick chat, and best of luck in your matches next week.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, always a pleasure.
America. It's actually a Mega Sunday, you know? Yeah, Mega Sunday. Yeah, actually a pretty big week of action to look forward to as well, of course, deciding our top 6, deciding who our top 2 teams that skip around in playoffs will be. So a lot to play for. Lots to play for, standings, everything like this. They'll be good, Cream Puff, don't you worry. And of course, you know what we should not forget as well, right? You know what we should not forget as well? Is we just talked about the high quality and the high stakes of all those games. But remember as well, it's also the first week of perks. So it's like full on next week is wild. Wild. So expect volatility, expect maybe some strange results, some upsets. For China, it's starting in March, I think. The LAN isn't until April, so they're going to do basically all of OWCS China in March. I don't know specifics yet or details, but I'd guess kind of early March. Okay. All right. So yeah, that should actually be pretty good, I think, in all honesty. Quite excited for that one. Also new balance patch as well, you're right. When's next Uncoachable? Don't know, to be honest with you. No active plans, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. So what we should do as well, we'll get all that out. I'm going to record a... come on, brain. I'm going to record a coach's review as well tomorrow. So that will hopefully be out on Tuesday. Obviously, it'll be pre-perk, but I think a lot of the stuff we discuss, you know, Overwatch will still be Overwatch, etc., right? So I think that'll still be decent value. Just middle fingers to Johnny. Coach's review with Hoops. Well, none other than Young Smashy. So hopefully some good insight there, I reckon. What's everyone clapping about? No idea. So yeah, hoping for some good insight there. Yeah, so that should be good. I'll maybe do like a short video about perks, not like a talking head video, but maybe just talking to some players after a couple of days of scrims or something. So stay tuned for that. I'll try and cook something up. Oh, don't bubbles for the road. It's a long day. Long day. But yeah, I thought something about the perks once people actually get a chance to play them, you know, not just theory crafting, but what does it look like a couple of pardon me, a couple of days into scrims and such. So let me find you someone to raid, and then we can be on our way. As always, if you want any of that content or you're missing today's action, follow my main YouTube, follow my VODs to miss or any of the missed action, follow my main YouTube for that coach's review and any of that perk stuff. Thanks everyone for watching. Appreciate all the support. Feels like I've actually had so much support since we started OWCS this year. So I'm super grateful. I know as well, especially on Sunday, I feel like there's like, you know, the weekend catches up with me as a bit of tiredness. So I appreciate everyone bearing with me. Yes, Banter Life. Yeah, it's on my VODs channel right now. Throw a penny for my thoughts. But yeah, good night, everyone. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your Sunday, depending how much is left. And I'll see you all next week for some perk madness, okay? I'll find you someone good to watch in the meantime. Good night, everyone. Have a good night.